Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. Once again, outstanding guests here. We have Mr. George Scott. He's the accountant, manager, and everything for ABC Systems. I mean, this is something that, I really enjoy. I went to the business forum there with the chairman of the county council and all of that. And some of the things that Mr. Scott has here is just outstanding. It's something that helps everybody. It helps the young person to get into business. It helps a person that has financial problems, with basic things, get your car fixed, your teeth fixed, or either go to the doctor. Welcome, George, to the Ed Brown Show.
Thank you for having me back, sir.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this ABC system, just give us a little background so people know that, hey, look, this guy has a lot of experience.
Well, my background started out in financial sales, insurance sales. I gravitated out of that for 20 years out of D.C. Me and my wife, we formulated a real estate business, working with real estate. I became a loan officer in Prince George's County and in D.C. The last 10 years, we've been helping consumers buy homes. And when the market crashed, we just looked for something that would not only help consumers, because we understood the credit crunch that consumers would have, but we also looked at a program that would also help businesses.
Right.
And this is where I like to focus all my thought on right now, because businesses in the last 4 or 5 years have lost about 20 to 30% of their revenue.
Right.
And it's not because they wanted to, it's because people are not spending money. They hold on to that money so that if something do come down again, they have that cash, trying to be liquid. And then of course, with the credit crunch, folks haven't been able to have their credit cards.
Consumer.
The consumer haven't been able to have their credit cards. They've been taken away from them, or cut up, and so forth and so on. So a lot of people live from paycheck to paycheck, and they need help right now. And I'm looking to have the business owner to get their business set up to offer an in-house finance program. And what that would do for them is it would increase their income based on the revenue of 20, 30% loss, because once they offer it to the customer won't have to think about whether or not they're going to spend money, because they'll have 90 to 180 days to pay for the services that the business owner offer. Okay? And all the business owner have to do.
And most of the time now, that's not even, they can't do that. Generally, they have to put out that cash lump sum.
The consumer have to put out all the cash right now.
Right.
If they need their car fixed, if they need to get some AC work done at home, if the furnace goes out, if they need to put some carpet down, or if they just need to go to, because if they don't have health insurance, they might have to go to a clinic. If they have to dental work, they might go get the dental work. Any and everything, buy furniture, whatever. If the business owner would understand that people that have money are going to buy, people that have credit cards are going to buy, but those are so many people that go into businesses, ask a lot of questions about how this work, how that work, and then say, well, I don't have the money right now. I'll get back to you. Well, those are the customers that we want to help the business owner keep. We want to show that business owner by offering an in-house financing, it will allow that customer to do business with that business owner. And that business owner will be able to retain their monies within 5 days from us, ABC Systems, and the consumer would be able to have 90 to 180 days pay.
Well, that helps the small businessman and also the individual that have these things that are the things that you name are necessities. That you have to have. You have to go to the doctor. You have to keep that car running.
Yes, sir.
You have to, for instance, you have to have that air conditioner or the service. You have to have services on your different units in your house.
Sure.
There's roof sometimes that has to be done. There's so many different things. And what you're doing, basically, you offer an alternative to the regular system.
The regular system would not benefit the consumer.
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly.
And sometimes it won't benefit the business owner. The regular system, the traditional way of getting credit from a bank is that the bank would set the business up, but they would lose 20% of their revenue because that goes to the bank. Okay? With our program, it's not traditional. The consumer, we set the business up, they get 100% of their money. The consumer, all they have to do to get approved without getting a credit check, all they need is a valid driver's license, a valid employment, and a checking account. And 80% of the business customers will be approved to do business with that business.
Now, as far as the business is concerned, this encourage a person to go into business too. But one thing you were saying is that it helps a person that has already established his business and possibly he needs help. And because of the fact the economy is going down, say, hey, look, I was here, and I want to get up there. And the people with the economy like it is today, it's tough.
Sure.
And I noticed a lot of the things that you mentioned were everyday things.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no luxury involved there.
No, sir.
It's everything that a person needs, both the businessman and the consumer.
The business person today, you ride around this town, ride down into Washington, all around Prince George's County, even Montgomery County. Businesses are advertising. They are looking for customers to come into the stores.
Right.
They are looking for customers.
Right.
What better way to have the customers come into your establishment by offering them and no credit check, in-house financing?
And because not only that gives a person that wants to go into business an incentive to want to do that, because they have help coming if in fact they need to develop customers. When they develop customers, that means they're going to have job offers.
Absolutely.
They get so many, they got to hire people.
They got to have to hire people.
So that's the positive thing too, because when the business increase, then they hire more people to actually work into the business. And the other thing too, they offer a training. If, whatever business it is, they offer a training to get individuals, the young people, an opportunity. And then the young people, they see this opportunity, and then they move on it. And they decide, that helps them decide what career to get involved
Absolutely.
in.
And new business starting out,
right.
They too would want to offer the customers a way to do business with them.
Right.
Okay? Cash is king. So if you gotta spend your money, what better way to have your money to be spent over a 90-day period, because you don't know what the consumer have at home that they need to take care of.
Right.
They might need to have an emergency like I had with my son.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, so many people have emergencies.
Absolutely.
That they have to do things that they really don't want to do. Like, for instance, maybe go into the savings or go into retirement, or either take out a loan on a home.
And in a lot of cases, they might even have those. They might not have the retirement or the savings. They might just be living from paycheck to paycheck the way the economy is today. But as long as a person do have a job, we feel that if we can show the business owner that you are letting customers walk out your store, and a lot of them say they're coming back, but once the customer leaves, that's a 99.9% chance that they won't come back. So you have to have them to be able to do business with you today, right now, while they're in your store. And if you give them the incentive to be able to use your services, buy whatever goods you have, but they have either a 90-day or 180 days to pay for it. That gives that person more positive about being able to spend their money and knowing they're going to get their service done.
Right. And the service itself, generally, like I was saying earlier, it's emergency. A lot of
basically
it.
emergency services.
Your health, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And when you're talking about health, and you're talking about certain tests, and I hear people talk about, different tests that they have to have, and they imagine they didn't have the funds for something that was as necessary as health medicine.
Absolutely. If you need a pair
Yeah,
of glasses,
yeah.
if you don't have the money or you don't have the prescription coverage
You
on
have
your health insurance,
right.
then you have to pay for it out of your pocket. And even with the advertisement of some of the Pearl Visions and other names of businesses in the area, they say, well, you come in, you get pay for one, get the other one free. Well, they might not be able to pay for that first one at $300. You know, that first one might be the one that they need to pay for.
Right.
So if you show them that they can have the financing to have it done, make a small deposit.
Now, as far as businesses, what are the requirements for businesses to get involved with your organization?
The only requirement that there is a small fee in order for them to get set up for us to be able to have them set up by a computer, so that they can put all their clientele into the system. At the same time, that they also send that information over to us, and we qualify that person. Once we give that business owner a guarantee that customer have been approved, that business owner is going to receive their money. But other than that, they just need to be able to get set up. So they need to contact me, and I'll go over all the particulars on it and show them how easy it is to get set up.
Yeah, because on the show, earlier show, we talked about the blue-collar worker, and I was just saying that the blue-collar worker, they're the people, there's more blue-collar workers out here than college grads. And what happens is they're carrying this country. They're 9 to 5 people are carrying this country. And you gave an excellent example of an individual that possibly just want to drive a four-wheeler, a truck. It's what's the qualification? Well, we think that or a bus driver has to have the same. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm ready to set up a company that trained drivers to drive 18-wheelers, and they have to get a CDL license. That is the test that they have to take in order to get
bus
the
drivers now.
Metro bus drivers also have to have a CDL license. Okay, but the program that I'm setting up, the company that I'm setting up, not only does he show them how to pass a test or help them with the passing of the test, but he also rent them the 18-wheeler. Because they're going to have to learn how to drive that, not only forward, but learn how to park it and turn it and things such as that. Those are the things that
making those curves, corners.
You're not going to drive with a major tractor trailer company unless you know how to drive their truck. Or unless you have your own, but most people are not going to have that.
How many people have a
18-wheeler?
18-wheeler.
So you have to learn
sitting in the backyard.
True, absolutely. So you have to take the test, and you have to be trained on how to drive an 18-wheeler. So I'm in the process of setting up a company now that will use my services to help the students to come in and pay for that service.
Right.
Okay, and all they have to, like again, the main qualification for the consumer is a valid driver's license, a verifiable job, and a checking account. Then they can change their, if they want to change industries.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This gives individual an opportunity to change his field of operation. For instance, he may want to, because hey, what an 18-wheeler, they get some nice money. You know what I mean? They have a terrific salary, and some of them, you know what I mean. You'd be surprised at the money that a 18-wheeler.
They get a lot of money because they be on the road a lot and they travel all over the country, and so forth. But even still, even locally, I set up an automotive. Okay, this is a mobile automotive business that have a fleet of trucks that go around and help, and they advertise on their trucks and they advertise on the website, but they go to the business owner or to the consumer. They go out to the consumer's home or to their place.
And they actually come to your home
and fix on the cars.
And they have different services that you need. You know, because hey, well, person can't say I don't need brakes.
Absolutely. And I set them up with the in-house financing because if they need transmission work, that's an $800-900 job. They need brake work, that might run you about $200-300. They need an overhaul or whatever they might need, you know. But the bottom line is that business understand that in order for him to do business with the consumer, he's going to have to find better ways to communicate with the consumer to have them to pay for his services.
But the business that operates through this now, they are certified, or is there one of your rules of certification? You talk about certification of the individual. Now, what about the businesses?
Well, excuse me. In regards to the businesses that I approach and that sign up, they have been certified based on whatever credentials they need to run their business.
By the state and
or
the county.
whatever. Yeah, I don't get involved with that. I just show them how I can help them to increase their bottom line by being able to offer a service to the consumer, and the consumer being able to use the in-house financing to stretch their dollar.
Yeah, right. So actually, give us some other examples. What about in the real estate? Give us. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, that's a little different than in-house financing because that's a different arena. Because based upon that is where consumers are losing their homes and so forth.
Yeah. Well, suppose the person want to fix up there, just like we were talking about the emergency. If a person wanted to fix up a new kitchen or a new
I can set up the contractor.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I set up the contractor.
Right.
And the contractor can get set up with our in-house financing. And when he go to the customer's home, he can show them that if they need if they want to paint the living room or paint the dining room or fix up the kitchen, remodel the kitchen. Well,
maybe a furnace. This situation, maybe a furnace need replacing.
Absolutely.
You know, and it was a sad situation down in Oxon Hill that occurred, you know, with that family.
I heard about that.
Where they had problems with the furnace.
Yes, sir.
You know, and the furnace, and you talk about electricity too, you know.
And as sad as that deal was.
And having maintenance.
Yes, sir.
You know, a lot of people don't understand maintenance is so very important. You know, they figure, you know, after a certain period of time that whatever is there, whether it's a heater or a stove or dishwasher or whatever, it wears out.
If it moves, it will.
And then it has to be replaced.
Yes, sir.
There's no such thing as fixing it. You know what I mean?
And just to touch on that sad situation, those folks that had that furnace situation,
right?
They probably didn't have the money to fix it.
They didn't have the cash.
They didn't have the money.
See,
the cash.
And
if they had a company that advertised in-house financing, they could have called that company up and say, "Can you come and look at my furnace?" And they would have had 90 days or either 6 months to pay for that furnace. But the business owner would have got all his money within 5 days.
Well, how, for instance, how would an individual actually find out whatever they need? Can they find someone will give them that 90-day ABC?
Well, ABC, yes, sir. They call me, and all the businesses that have signed up through our program will be and are listed on our website.
Oh, I see.
So
now that's the key.
I help business advertise their services. Okay?
Now that's the key. Now, what is your website? It's going to be on at the end of the show, right?
I don't know if it's going to be on the end of the show, but they can give me a call at 301-267-5007. If any business that want to get set up for in-house financing to offer to their customers, they can kindly give me a call.
And also, you're talking about individuals, you know, that you know need service. And they need finance. They can't, for instance, like in that case with the heater, is that, you know, if you could call somebody to come in, right in, generally what happens is that you have to have that money, whatever money it is. You know,
True.
you know what I mean? They don't care nothing about it being an emergency.
No, and if they had,
you know what I mean? They don't.
If that company had,
they really don't.
If that family had given me a call,
Yeah,
I have a heating and air guy
right.
that's already involved.
That's already
I would
involved.
already involved with in-house financing.
Yeah.
I would have given him a call and said, look, call the family up and go out there and take a look at their furnace, and
right.
then offer them the in-house financing,
Right.
so they would have the means of paying you a small down payment now, and then pay the rest of it over
because
the 90 days.
That's a terrific service because, like you're saying, you know, with so many people out of work, they just don't have. And we're talking about things of necessity. We're not talking about going out and getting a Rolls Royce and things. We were talking about things, everyday
things that's going to keep a family moving, or keep an individual moving and safe.
And safe.
And
see?
on the
look
upside,
at the fire. Look at the fires that they have. Simply because people didn't have a smoke detector.
A smoke detector.
Or what was that chemical? You know, for the carbon
fire extinction.
Yeah.
I mean, the carbon dioxide detector.
Yeah, carbon dioxide detector. Yes. A simple thing like that.
And all of this could be done through one of my HVAC companies.
That's what I mean.
They could go out and service that house or service that whatever needs to be serviced. Okay?
And so, if you have a problem in your home, you know, think in terms of you know, getting a check, because it may be so very important, like a fire or what happened here recently. You know what I mean? Maintenance is the major item that most homes need. You know, after even if you buy a house, you know, after 10, 15 years, you got to have everything checked out, you know.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is that if you don't have those things checked out, then you have a problem later on that maybe you might survive and you might not. So what we're letting you know here on the Ed Brown Show, hey, maintenance. Make sure everything in your house you need. If you need something, look around, because it may be very important for your family. You know, here's an opportunity for you to check those things out and get an idea. Say, hey, look, well, I didn't know this was bad. But the best thing, what do you say the best thing for them to do to keep a record?
Keep a record of everything that's going on in the house and so forth, and more so for the business owners. The business owners, in order for the customers to give you a call, you need to get set up. You need to help the consumers now.
Well, that's what I mean.
Times.
For instance, like a reminder.
Right.
You know, that's something that very seldom businesses do. They give you a reminder. Well, it's time for your. It's the same. Just like your body is a good example. The doctor calls here and says it's time for your checkup. You know what I mean? I mean, you could do your home the same way, or the things in your home the same way. Is, hey, look, have a checkup for your home there. Have a checkup. Here's an opportunity that generally makes it difficult for most people. And most of these things, they break down at the wrong time. When I say at the wrong time, I mean when you don't have the money. But in order to get the money and get businesses working with and getting involved in businesses yourself, you have to do that.
Yeah, because right now I have a computer store set up. I have an automotive shop set up, HVAC businesses. I have all sorts of businesses that are set up right now that consumers can call and get help from them. But the business owners, they need to give me a call so that they can help the community right now.
Yeah,
they need to help the community. Right. They advertise every day. Like I said, you can ride anywhere in this town and you'll see businesses advertise either outside of the store or so forth. Well, what better way to advertise than to show your customers that you'll be able to help them?
Not only that, with it produces more jobs, because if this we talk about
absolutely, it's going to produce more jobs.
Yeah, it produces more jobs, because
the more money the business makes,
right,
that means he's going to hire people to help him.
Right, that's it.
And as I said earlier, Mr. Brown, most businesses indicate that they work on word of mouth. And they don't do it but a little bit of advertisement.
Right.
Where word of mouth, you help somebody.
Yeah.
pay for your services over 90 days,
yeah,
they're going to tell everybody they know.
right.
They're going to tell everybody they know.
Yeah, because see, it's really a relief. But the key to all of this, as far as is the maintenance, and as far as small businesses is concerned. The small businesses out there, this is a great thing for you to get involved in, because it brings the customer and the business together.
Bring it all together.
They bring and everybody has something to offer.
Everybody.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
Absolutely.
And everybody needs it sometime.
Well, right now, if you ask most businesses, they would rather have more customers than less customers.
Right. That's it.
And if you got more customers, as you indicated, they're going to be able to hire somebody, even on a part-time basis, to assist them, which means you're going to help the economy by hiring somebody.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what we're trying to tell you more about, the tragedies that are occurring out there, simply because the people don't have the funds to really get it done now. This gives you an opportunity. This businesses grow, jobs increase, and I'm telling you, this is what we need. This is what you call helping each other. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
yes, sir.
everybody's a winner. Because the maintenance on you, whatever you got, a lawnmower, whatever you got,
whatever's necessary, you need.
Whatever you got, it needs maintenance on it, and safety.
Absolutely,
safety is a great thing, because anything that needs maintenance can break down on you. If it breaks down on you, it can do a lot of other things too. So the idea is that this program that Mrs. Scott has here, it offers so many opportunities for people. It has so
many avenues and so many intricate parts to it.
Integral parts.
Absolutely.
It's as far as exposing the young people, as far as helping a small business, as far as helping the consumer. You know what I mean? This type of thing is new. Just like Mrs. Scott, he was a former loan officer, and he can tell you a lot of stories about what happens, and how to do it. And set yourself a budget. That's another thing,
All of that is necessary.
All of those things are necessary. Because, hey, I don't care what kind of instrument you have, a car or what, sooner or later it'll break down. And generally it's not going to break down at your convenience.
Right. It's always inconvenience.
It's always an emergency.
Yes, sir.
So yes, you want to close it by giving the people advice on as far as your organization is concerned.
Yes, I just want to say that as I travel around, and in my experience, I've experienced that folks who, if you help folks, they have a warm heart in regards to doing what they need to do for themselves, because that's what people really want to do. They want to do for themselves.
Yes.
But right now, businesses are hurting.
Yes.
And they need business. Consumers are hurting. They need help. So if you come together, the businesses get set up to offer the service to your customers, not only will you be increasing your bottom line, your revenue, but you'll also be helping the consumer. And to warm a heart, or to put a smile on a person's face, because they know they might have not the best of credit, and they can still get that work done, anything they might need for their home or for their personal selves. If you can offer that to them, you would not only be doing something for yourself, but for the community.
Okay, I want to thank Mrs. Scott for being here. And this is very important about maintenance, and about getting involved with your different things that you have in your home there. Remember, always maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. It may save your life.
Absolutely.
See you next time.